Alright, what's good guys? This is a long awaited video. I've been wanting to do this video for a little bit here, but we're gonna be checking out Omnisphere 3 today. Just first impressions, and yeah, let's go ahead check this out.
We have been busy, and we're super excited to reveal the next generation of our flagship instrument, Omnisphere 3. Our incredible team has been working on this for many years in secret, handcrafting it with a lot of
It's actually wild that this thing didn't get leaked. I'm just gonna throw that in there, I'm not gonna lie.
love and a lot of care, and so it's really a thrill to finally get to show it to you guys today. As most of you already know, Omnisphere has something to offer every kind of creator, from beginner to power users and composers, from the advanced sound designers out there to music producers in just about any kind of genre you can imagine. You have probably heard Omnisphere because it's everywhere. So this new version offers a ton of powerful new synthesis features, an incredible new library of sounds, totally redesigned effects that we're going to talk about later, and much, much more. There's a ton to cover, and we're just going to give you a little taste here in this video, so let's get to it.
Yeah, this is wild.
Okay, so let's start with the sound, because Omnisphere 3 has thousands and thousands and thousands of amazing new sounds from the award-winning Spectrasonics team of incredible artists and sound designers. In fact, it comes with 18 brand new libraries, and these are all organized by different sonic vibes and carefully set up for all of our different kinds of users.
Yo, that's crazy.
So that everyone gets a great experience. Now, if you're worried that you won't be able to find the sounds you need because there's so many, we've got some great news, because we've definitely been listening to you guys. In fact, I personally curated and went back and remastered the entire factory library with the latest features and effects, and we've come up with a whole new organizational system that's way more intuitive, and it makes it so much easier to find exactly the sounds you need when you need them.
Well, that's amazing, because Omnisphere 2 was just like, dude, it was so vast. It was so hard to find what you're looking for. So I can already tell if the interface is going to change a lot.
The other thing you're probably wondering is just how much hard drive space are all these thousands of new sounds going to take up on my computer? Well, believe it or not, due to our new lossless optimization technology, Omnisphere 3 takes no more space on your system than Omnisphere 2 did, which is crazy. Okay, next up are some killer new features that make being creative with Omnisphere way faster for every kind of user.
Let's go. It's that boy J3PO.
Whether you're an advanced sound designer or a preset surfer, a lot of the time what you really need is just to quickly sculpt the patch to fit your music. The new global controls let you customize any sound in Omnisphere incredibly fast. These smart controls analyze and adapt to the patch automatically, so they always work with musical results, no matter what patch you select. Let's check it out. All right, so let's select a patch. I'm going to go up to the directory here, and here are all 18 of Omnisphere's new libraries.
Alright, yeah, this is gonna be crazy. Let's go. Warm tones, retro vibes, analog vibes, organic vibes. Come on, this thing's gonna be game changing, man.
Let's check out analog vibes. And how about let's select a pad. We got all these different pads. I'm going to go down to pads Neo Soul. And I'm going to try this Neo Reverse
Yo, look
patch.
at how many patches there is just within that.
Nice patch. Let's add some resonance. Also nice, super resonant.
Nasty.
Let's add some unison. Now that attack for me is a bit long, so let's pull the amount of that attack down just a little bit. And if we bring the attack all the way down, we'll get a pluck. Now let's add some ambience or reverb to that.
This thing sounds so good.
Although these controls look simple, there's a lot of sophisticated things going on underneath the hood. For example, this ambience control is analyzing all of the reverbs and delays and microphone positions used in the patch. Let's find a patch where I can show you specifically what I'm talking about. Let's go to scoring organic, and let's try some sort of percussive tonal patch. These metallophones are sampled beautifully. Let's try this triangle beater 1.
Actually, it's kind of giving me like a keyscape vibe where you got like the instruments, and then within the instruments you have like patches. That's a lot different than the Omnisphere that we're used to.
Now, if we increase the ambience all the way to the right, we are going to be hearing just the far microphones. And if we increase the length, we are increasing the time of the reverb. Now, inversely, if we bring the amount all the way down, we are hearing just the close mono mic.
Ooh, sounds so nice.
So obviously, this is very, very helpful.
So nice.
And this applies to any patch that you're using. So let's try another one. I'm going to use this patch, covert percussion, low and high. So let's listen to this. Now I'm just going to use the length control, and we're going to dry it up a bit. Let's bring that back up. And now we're going to increase the length to make it even more crazy. So not only is this super useful, but it can be highly creative as well. And now let me show you something truly remarkable: mutations. Wow. This amazing feature instantly makes fascinating and useful variations of any patch. Let's try this with an orchestral strings patch. This Adagio string symphony is a beautiful patch, and if you look over here on layers, you'll see there are 4 layers. Let's listen to it.
Yo, those strings are crazy, man. I just had to pause real quick and be like, yo, those strings are real.
If I click this button, mutate, boom, we have a brand new patch, a variation on what we just played. A beautiful patch that doesn't even exist in Omnisphere. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Super cool, and what's really interesting is that that's a brand new patch. Nobody else has that. Let's try using this extreme method, where it might even take us even further away. That's cool, it even introduced a new synthwave.
So these mutations are basically just randomly generated patches, which is wild. Like he said, like nobody has these patches.
Let's try it one more time. Wow, what a cool sound. It's important to remember that all of your mutations are automatically saved and dated for you so you can come back to them later. And remember, nobody has these patches except for you.
Yeah, that's amazing, yeah.
Omnisphere 3 has so many new synthesis features that make it even more inspiring for all our creative patch designers out there. With new full support for MPE, the MIDI polyphonic expression standard, the sky's the limit. Let's jump in and find out more.
Omnisphere 3 has so many new synthesis features, we could easily spend an entire video on each one. So I'm just going to give you a taste of a few here. Have you ever heard of a frequency shifter? It's one of the oldest electronic devices, made originally in 1964 by Harold Boda, who was one of the OG godfathers of the synthesizer. Now, traditionally, you could only use a frequency shifter on the entire sound, which makes it more of an effect rather than an expressive synthesis method. Until now. The new dual frequency shifter in Omnisphere 3 not only gives you two of them to use in series or in parallel, but it's also the first ever polyphonic frequency shifter, and it can track the keyboard as well, making it infinitely more useful as a method of synthesis. So for example, if we were to use polyphonic aftertouch to modulate the frequency values, we can create really expressive and interesting sounds like this.
Oh, we taking off right now. We taking off.
There are tons of new harmonically rich and expressive wavetables that have been added to Omnisphere's oscillators, opening up all kinds of new sonic possibilities.
That was pretty dope.
Let's have a few examples. We're gonna use this origami animals patch. And the cool thing about Omnisphere is that you've got the ability to have these modulating sounds and wavetables and a beautiful woman's choir layered underneath. Let's try something else out. And let's go for this elite swiper. Fun. Let's try something else.
Wow.
Let's go into, let's say,
Some
electronic
powerful
production.
stuff.
And let's go with the flux of convergence. Let's get a little harder now. Let's look in the hard edges and bass sounds and stabs category. And let's go for this foul stabba. Oof, just nasty. These new wavetables are amazing.
That's crazy right there.
Quad Zone is an incredibly powerful new synthesis feature that allows you to take the 4 layers in a patch and arrange and modulate them in some very cool new ways. The notes mode allows easy creation of splits. So you can see here I've got 4 different layers that are on different parts of the keyboard,
I like this
a standard split arrangement. Now I can also move and overlap the regions and mute them, and then we'll do some crossfading. So you can do positional crossfades and all kinds of stuff. And in this example, you can see how sophisticated you can get because you can do multiple zones. And this is really amazing because it lets you have different sounds on each key. So if I play this note here, that's going to be a different sound if I play this note. So each one's got a different sound.
Yo. That's new. That's new right there.
All right, let's take a look at velocity switching, because we can easily change it to velocities. So down here I've got, if I play soft, I get that. And if I play hard, I get that. And then in the middle, I've got, so I can kind of do.
That water
but
heater.
The most powerful mode is fader, which lets you move between the zones with a continuous source, like a MIDI fader. So let's take a look at that. You can see here we've got 4 overlapping and crossfading zones, and those are all controlled from a MIDI fader. So if I play a note down here, I've got a very simple sound on layer A, and then as I move the fader, so that's amazing that you can do all of that just with a fader. But the really amazing thing is that we can use any modulation source to do all kinds of complex fader crossfading using anything that is polyphonic as a source. So if we take the envelopes, for example, we can have the envelope sweep through the different crossfadings of the quad zone. So you get these very interesting harmonics. And a sound that is something that you really haven't heard before. Another thing we can do is you can, of course, modulate it with an LFO. And with polyphonic aftertouch, of course, you can.
Now we talking.
Speed up the LFOs. That's really, really cool. And now even our MPE sources can be used to go through quad zone. And this is amazing. Right now I'm using the Osmos to do this, which has all kinds of different MPE dimensions. And what we're going to use is some of the new sound sources, because we have beautiful deep sampled winds from Pedro Eustache.
Oh, that ostrich egg?
And so this first layer is Pedro playing a ostrich egg. It's a blown ostrich egg, a real one, that he turned into an ocarina. And then the second layer is Pedro playing his flute, whispering through it.
Oh, Pedro going
to
hard.
Create the harmonic series of overtones as he's breathing and whispering through it. So that makes a really interesting layer to have, and I'll bring that in using MPE. So the first thing we're going to hear is the blown ostrich egg when I play normally.
Okay, Pedro, let's go. Pedro gonna be on all my tracks for real.
And you could hear that the new legato also is very, very smooth, very impressive. And so now when I dig into the note, you're going to hear those overtones. So that's super, super fun. Let's apply that to another one of the new beautiful sound sources, which is our new Italian cello, which is just gorgeous. And what we're going to hear is when I press down gently on the key, that's going to bring in the bowing. And then when I dig into the key, you're going to hear a cello that's an octave.
Yo, I'm just gonna pause this real quick to remind y'all like how much of us have actually dug into Omnisphere like this. Like it's so powerful, and it's only reminded me that it's not 2012 anymore. Like dude, these features exist, you know. Like it's time that we start using them. But at the same time, who's really gonna do that? I'm not gonna lie, but so far, like the interface is crazy. Their new library is crazy. There's still some more features, so let's keep checking this out.
To higher being added. So let's check that out.
Man, this is wild cinematic like
So yeah, it's
sounds.
amazing to be able to do that expression and have all of those dimensions with quad zone and these incredible deep sampled sound sources. It's super powerful. So let's go back to Synthland to close it out. And I want to show you what you can do with the almost vector synthesis kind of things that you can do where we can, well, you have an LFO in this case that is sweeping between 4 layers that have different wavetables.
Whoa.
And if I press harder, it'll go faster. And if I play, of course, that's polyphonic. So now I can.
Yeah, they're really trying to push this MPE thing on us, I'm not gonna lie. And I don't have too much MPE equipment right now. But that doesn't mean other people don't. But I don't know, how much of y'all out there are using MPE equipment? Leave a comment if you use this stuff pretty heavy.
So QuadZone really has so many amazing possibilities. Now let's find out more about the new analog synthesis features.
There's been a major
Crazy
overhaul
transition.
to the analog synthesis engine in Omnisphere, and it now sounds and behaves more analog than ever. You've now got 35 completely brand new filters that take inspiration from classic analog hardware, circuit modeled filter saturation, that coveted analog pitch drift, and a new glide module that models the analog portamento behavior of various vintage synths.
That drift,
Let's take a look
that
at some of this
drift
stuff.
gonna go crazy. I already
So let's
know.
check out this drift feature, and let's listen to it using this great patch, this CS80 Driftorama. And as you'll see here, the drift dial is about midway.
Come on, drift.
And essentially, this is modeling the behavior of an analog synth, a vintage analog synth, where the oscillators are subtly drifting naturally in terms of pitch and
Oh,
phase. So let's listen to this patch right now. Now, let's listen to it with it all the way off to hear what it sounds like with no drift.
Sounds stale.
It still sounds nice, but it's definitely a bit more musical when we have some drift engaged.
Yeah.
Let's bring this dial up almost to the maximum, just nice, a nice amount. Let's listen to what this sounds like now.
opens it right
So
up.
it's really nice to have those analog style controls in Omnisphere that help us get closer to that coveted vintage analog sound.
And of course, from day one, Spectrasonics was founded on the immense possibilities of creative sampling. So we're always over here discovering crazy new recording techniques to grow Omnisphere's unique core sound source library. With version 3, we've just expanded it with a vast array of new deep sampled sound sources that explore new sonic realms and takes our creative sampling work to entirely new places. You'll discover a blown ostrich egg, tonal sand, nickel harpa, celestiphone, lyre harps, magic wand metallophones, the gorgeous sul tasto cello, percussive snow, piano harmonics, tongue slap flutes, and so much more. And now let's talk about some really huge news. We are strong believers in the idea that synthesizers are always the most inspiring when you can interact with them physically. So we've been hard at work here and are happy to announce that we have vastly expanded our hardware integration. Omnisphere 3 now supports every major brand with over 300 new profiles. Best of all, it's no longer limited to just synthesizers.
Oh, let's
But
go.
we now support all controllers too. Check out how easy it is to use.
Let's go. I hope that the Ableton push is in there.
Hardware integration bridges the gap between both hardware and software worlds, giving you hands-on control of Omnisphere. One of the coolest things about the new hardware integration support is you might not even have to buy anything new. Many of you probably already have a supported synth or controller sitting around your studio. For instance, over here, I have the Akai MPK Mini Plus, which I love. I use it on the road all the time and in my studio. It's really small. So to get this set up, it's quite easy. All we have to do is go up to the hardware menu and go down to our brand, Akai in my case.
Oh no.
And then go down and find our keyboard.
I don't see
MPK
Ableton.
Mini Plus, and boom. Now this controller is controlling Omnisphere and it's controlling the global
Damn.
controls. So let's check this out. So we got cutoff here. Got some resonance. And we even have the envelope.
Yo, that's actually pretty clutch though.
Got vibrato. And we got...
Yo, leave it to J3PO to like play the nicest stuff. But honestly, this really takes it to the next level. Like you could basically just have a little controller like this in your backpack, Omnisphere 3, a laptop, just be rocking. Like you can have all the synths you want. This is game changing, man. It's pretty fire.
reverb ambience.
Especially because they mapped out the hardware integration, which is crazy because normally you'd have to map out each macro, which is such a pain. But if they're really saying this is how it is, yeah, this is going to change a lot for everybody.
Then we have unison. And even some glide action. So as you can see, without even touching the computer, we're already off to the races with our own sound design
Right.
and creating our own patches. Hardware integration is amazing. Be sure to check it out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We have spent years completely redesigning the effects in Omnisphere with state-of-the-art component model technology. With 35 brand new incredible sounding effects units, bringing the grand total to nearly 100, it's pretty safe to say that Omnisphere now has the most
Oh, let's
comprehensive
go.
suite of high-quality effects of any synthesizer ever made.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Wow. They got a lot of stuff now.
Oh, and one more thing. Yep, you can now also use all your incredible Omnisphere effects in your DAW. As a special bonus, Omnisphere 3
Yo, wait, what?
includes an OmniFX Rack plugin, which lets you use all these incredible effects on anything.
Oh yeah. Nah, we buying Omnisphere 3, man. We buying Omnisphere 3, come on. Y'all can catch me with this. They putting on vocals now too. That's crazy. So you could put these effects on vocals now. That's game changing.
When we introduced Omnisphere many years ago, we said it would take a lifetime to explore all the possibilities. Today, those possibilities have grown a lot, and there's so many new ways to use it. We love doing what we do, and so we can't wait to see how you guys are going to create with Omnisphere 3. Have fun!
Alright, so to wrap that up, basically we got a whole library. We got a whole library full of sounds. A whole new interface, right? Whole new library of sounds. We got more sounds to choose from. Bunch of new features under the hood. A whole effects unit. I mean, come on, man. This is a no-brainer. Hardware integration, controller integration. I mean, y'all gonna have to choose what you gonna be buying in 2026. And this thing actually launches in like 3 days, I think. So I think I'll be picking this up, man. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'll pick this up because, like I said, you could pull up anywhere, just a laptop, a controller, and you know, your Omnisphere, and you could be ready to go. And if you saw on some of these effects, you know, they've got new delays. Let me just play this real quick. They've got, okay, so yeah, let me skip back a little bit. So they've got new reverbs, new delays. I saw some new saturation in there. They got tape emulation. Look at that. They got halftime. They got flip backwards. What is this here? Warp shifter. I mean, modulation. They got that drifter, which is crazy. You know, put a little liveliness in there. All the things to make your sounds just totally organic. Like, you know, look at this. They've got the 1176. They've got 1950s tube compression. Like, yo, it was pretty dope. And you know, I'm not sure exactly how it sounds, but it's Omnisphere. Y'all already know this is some quality stuff. Like, and the fact that you could use this stuff outside of Omnisphere now, you could use it as its own plugin. So basically, you're getting 2 for 1. You're getting the whole effects bundle, and then you're getting all the library of sounds. So I think this thing's a no-brainer. You know, I think it's about 500, 600 bucks or so. But yeah, this thing's a no-brainer. This thing's game-changing. This thing's wild. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Yeah, and honestly, like, is crazy, man. So drop a comment, like and subscribe. Let me know if y'all are gonna be picking up Omnisphere 3, because I think I'm definitely gonna be picking this thing up. This thing seems crazy. Seems really crazy. Alright, man. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good one. Like and subscribe for more videos. We got them coming out. Peace.